Documentaries are done on important present-day issues. We have decided to do a documentary on an issue that affects all ages. Our documentary will be about the lack of jobs for the millennials. The millennials are a generation from about aged 15 to mid-30s. This generation is the most recent generation. We are considered the generation of technology and all sorts of other blooming aspects of life. Sadly, though, as we are very educated, we still have a lack of jobs. We've decided to do a documentary to figure out why we have a lack of jobs and what we can do to potentially solve this issue, as we think that we are very capable and we have many reasons for needing these jobs. These jobs aren't just to create money for us, but they are also to learn very important skills. We also need these jobs because if many people say that we lack certain parts of our regular human beings that we supplement with technology, we need to learn how to fill that gap.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Tess.
I'm Laura Crawford.
Awesome. Okay, so for this interview, I'd first like to ask you, what past work experience have you had?
I've done some babysitting, and I've worked at different my middle school and elementary school fairs. I'm only 16 and I don't have much work experience yet.
Okay, cool. So what kind of hours would you be able to do? Would you be able to do from like 8:30 to like 3-ish?
I'm in school then. I'm sorry.
Okay, so holidays or weekends, would that be okay?
Yeah, I can do holidays and weekends.
Okay, sounds good. Why would you like to work here?
Well, I'm a really social person. I'm comfortable talking with other people. I like to help people.
Sounds good. And what kind of education have you had?
I'm in high school, so I'm working on an OSSD.
Okay. And where do you see yourself within the next 5 to 10 years?
Probably in some form of post-secondary education. I'm still trying to decide what.
Okay. What are some of your strengths and weaknesses?
Well, for strengths, I have strong people skills, and I'm patient. I'm punctual and reliable. I'm friendly and organized, and I'm hardworking and resourceful.
Well, it was nice to meet you, and it was good to hear about you. But I will take your resume, but I will also keep some other candidates in mind, just because they are a bit more mature and have a bit more experience.
With all due respect, I'm only 16. I don't know how much more experience you would like me to have. This is one of my first real jobs.
Yeah, I understand that, and I will keep you in mind for sure. It's just that certain jobs here aren't exactly entry-level jobs, and we need a little bit more experience.
Do you currently have a job?
No.
Do you plan on going to post-secondary education?
Yeah. Miguel, Lysai.
How do you plan on affording school?
Well, a job would be nice.
Have you gone to job interviews before?
Yeah, I've been to a few. I almost felt unprepared for them. I wasn't sure what they were looking for and what my answer should be like. It was also hard when they would ask things like, have you had any work experience? Because no.
Would you be interested in continuing to pursue only a part-time job?
Yeah, a part-time job would actually be great since I'm in school right now. But once I'm out of school, I would prefer a full-time job, but if need be, I can work multiple jobs.
Certain managers have said that millennials decide that we would like too many things. Some things that we would like are fair pay, equal say, and other regular things that we should generally have that would make us equal to all of our other employees. Also, we seem to be viewed as job hoppers, which is the incorrect term. We are looking for part-time money that we can get anywhere. We need it fast, and we need it now, because we need general things in life. When we get older, if we don't have money set aside, we can't have a house. We won't be able to have basic needs that we need to survive. We need jobs for that. We also need work experience. Now, here's the phenomenon of trying to get a first-time job, but needing work experience. Many places now ask you for 3 to 5 to 10 to 15 years of work experience. And there's the phenomenon of needing work experience to get a first-time job. Entry-level jobs and all sorts of other jobs are now asking for 3 to 5 to 10 to 15 years of experience beforehand. Personally, I'm only 15 years old. Millennials have way less of a chance of having the right amount of work experience for us to be hired. We also need a place to get that work experience in the first place. If we are going into an entry-level job, having experience is not going to be something that we have. I have spoken to many employers of millennials, especially my own personal dance teachers, Ashley and Kelly Summers. These two employ many millennials to teach their classes, as dancers have a young age that they have a work career. They also work with teenagers such as myself and a lot of my friends, who are also all millennials. They say that they actually enjoy having us and that we are great to work with as we have so many new ideas. Many other employers need to see that side of us as well. They say one of our downfalls, however, is the fact that we are so reliant on our phones. We are so reliant on our phones, and they give us amusement, and they are always there for us. We always have to check Instagram, we always have to check Snapchat, and it's our number one priority, but it shouldn't be. Our job should be our number one priority. Now, many people do have that as our number one priority, but many people bring our phones onto the job, and that is the one thing that managers dislike greatly. We need to take time where we put our phones aside and just focus on our jobs. Once we get that trained into our frame of mind, we will have a way greater chance of succeeding more within our jobs.
If I don't have a job, then I can't pay for rent. Then where do you expect me to sleep? If I don't have a job, I can't pay for the water I use to wash my clothes. If I don't have a job, then I can't eat. If I don't have a job, then I can't pay for basic hygiene. If I don't have a job, how am I supposed to afford luxuries like TV? If I don't have a job, then I can't afford to feed my son.
If you were to give advice to a millennial going for a job interview, what advice would you give them?
I would tell them that they want to sell themselves. They want to put their best foot forward. They want to show in the job that they're going for, or the job that they have, that they are going to be willing to go above and beyond. That they're not going to just work their standard hours. That they're looking to impress their employer and their co-workers. I think the other thing that's really important is that they need to recognize anything that they post in social media can be something that employers look into. So you always want to represent yourself in the most positive manner possible.
We are raised with the idea that we can have everything.
Millennials, on average, stay in a job for 3 years.
93% of millennials leave jobs if they change within their company.
66% of millennials plan on staying in their current job for the next 5 years.
51% of managers say millennials are impatient. 54% say they cannot take criticism, and 35% say they aren't good communicators.
Millennials make up to 35% of the workforce.
1 out of 4 millennials with a university degree are employed below their level of education.
On average, students have $28,000 in student loan debt.
Entry-level jobs always need past experience.
Some people need a high school degree, while others need 4 years of university.
An increasing number of 18 to 34-year-olds live with their parents.
Millennials are mainly employed in retail, food service, clerical work, therefore having no stability or retirement plans.
Unemployment age 15 to 24 rose up to 14.5%.